6 to 9, you're about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the website, it's the Bad and Liam podcast. Bad and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Great intro there from sound guy Eli. Now, Ben, I don't mean to drop a bombshell or rock the boat too much, and before I say this is a really fun episode. And in fact, the first thing we talk about is one of my favourite bits of the week. But I would like to change the podcast intro.
We only just got the new one.
I know, but I think I've made a better one.
You've made a better one.
I think I myself have made a better one.
I mean, we've talked at length about how good
It's
Eli
so
Sound
good.
Guy's
No,
intros
it's so
are.
good. I know, but why don't you hear it first and then make a decision? How does that sound?
Do I get to hear it now or at the end?
End of the podcast.
But it doesn't make sense for an intro at the end.
Yeah, I know, but we haven't decided whether it's the new intro.
Right, okay.
Or not yet.
All right.
I'm pretty sure you'll go for it, but we'll find out at the end of the pod.
And Kourtney Kardashian has caught one of her kids, Googling something they shouldn't have. If you have ever caught your kid Googling something they shouldn't have, 13, 24, 10, give us a buzz. So she's got 3 kids, Liam, a 12-year-old, 9-year-old, and a 7-year-old. I don't know which of the 3 was Googling this. She did say that she knew who it was, but they were Googling world's scariest picture.
It's a real kid thing to Google,
It is, isn't it? Because I think...
You're sweating going, I better not do this, because this could be pretty scary, but
Yeah.
I want to see the scariest picture in the world.
Now, when you do Google world's scariest picture, there's like the doll Annabelle from the horror film.
Pretty scary.
There's a lot of grinning clowns, and there's a lot of harrowing roads.
To be fair, I think there's scarier images online.
Yeah.
You probably need access to the dark web, I suppose. Because that none of that stuff really scares me that much. You know what the scariest thing was? When you're a kid, when your friend would go, hey, watch this car advert.
Oh, yeah.
And you go, why are you showing me a car advert? Yeah, no, it's good. It's this German car advert. Nothing to worry about here. And you're watching that, and there's that white car just sort of winding around the hills.
Mm-hmm.
And then that thing jumps up on the screen. That still scares me.
The only thing scarier than that was the classic maze, and you get to level 3.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a black background maze with like green, and you had to use your mouse cursor, and you had to go through. And level 1 was like
and it was
super easy.
Wasn't it the ringer face or the grudge or
It was horrifying.
Yeah,
it was horrifying because the very last bit was super small, and you had to get really precise. So you'd lean in really close, and you go, "I'm nailing this. I'm absolutely nailing this."
Yeah, and everyone else at the sleepover going, "This idiot's got no idea where it's coming from." We've got the speakers on full bore.
I would love to know 13, 24, 10 this morning. What did you catch your kids Googling? You might have like not caught them red-handed.
It might not like be like a rude thing. It might just be like a sort of funny thing, like a good kid thing to Google as well. Scariest picture. Yeah. I remember I got sprung once on the family computer. I think I'd like searched some things that I probably shouldn't have been, but like it was all spelt wrong. Like I spelt like boobs wrong and stuff. I remember it was like this horrifying thing of mum and dad were like, "What's that?" And I was like, I don't know what that is, but they obviously knew it was me because I'm like, if it was Dad, he would have probably spelt it right, I suppose. But it's my little dyslexic brain just being like, how the hell do I find these images? I don't know what I'm looking for here. I know what I want, but I can't find it.
All right, 13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz. What did you catch your kids Googling?
Kelly, this is your kids. What did you catch them Googling?
Yeah, hi guys. So I found in their search history on the iPad, my 8-year-old daughter had Googled why farts smell worse when you're in the bath.
Which is so true.
Yeah.
And,
I mean, I guess most people have wondered.
And that's it. And also, when I was 8, I wondered that, but there wasn't a system or a little screen I could type that into and get the answer straight away.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for that, Kelly. Amelia, this is your brother. What did you catch them Googling?
So he was at school in primary school, and he had to do a project about something that he was like passionate about or something like that. And he is obsessed with soccer. So he Googles in primary school the Full Brazilian, which is a soccer show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And he got in big trouble.
Yeah. Awesome. Took him a little longer to get that project done than usual, I would have imagined.
Thanks for that, Amelia. Lucy, this was your kids. What did you catch them Googling?
I caught my kid when he was 5 Googling ladies showing boobies. And at the time I told him I worked for Telstra and could see everything that he was Googling. So he never did it again.
Five
man.
seems young, doesn't it?
That's yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're barely off the boob at that point.
Rebecca, what was it?
Hello, Ben and Liam. I gave my son my 1-year-old Bluey, and I came back and he had South Park on the phone.
How did he manage that, you reckon?
I have no idea.
Wow.
I mean, I suppose, to be fair, like as a kid, just seeing the picture of South Park, like,
it would be pretty innocent.
Yeah, it just looks like a cartoon.
Well,
like
some episodes.
Well,
It's
no,
pretty
I'm
wild
not saying
graphics.
a 1-year-old should be watching South Park,
Yeah.
but I'm saying you could see where they would click on it because it's a cartoon.
Oh, yeah,
and they
of
would
course,
Think, that
yeah.
would suit me.
Yeah.
Damien, this was you. Were you sprung Googling something as a kid?
I was doing it for my daughter. I had my daughter next to me many years ago and we Googled movies. Without thinking, I typed in Puss in Boots. And, of course, millions of movies come up, none of which were really appropriate.
Because your algorithm probably thought,
Dear me.
this is what you want.
Dear me. Hey, we know what Damien's computer's looking at 3 times a week, so, I mean, why would it be different now? Amy, did you catch your kids Googling something?
Yeah, when my son was 8 years old, he tried to search up big boobs, but it came up as Big Bobs in his search history.
Yeah, Big Bobs.
But the thing is, instead of putting 2 O's, which he obviously didn't do, he wrote 2 I's, so it was like Big Bobs.
Yeah, just
Just a couple of big Bob boys.
Yeah, just a couple of big blokes called Bob. And there's like, you can search Big Bobs, but Big Bobs, that's what you're looking for.
Hey Liam, have you checked out whatif.com's top 10 winter weekenders yet?
Of course. How good's a what if tip?
You got Fraser Coast in there, Coral Coast, Bruny Island, Orange.
Book your winter getaway on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Bonita in Grange, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
What are you up to this early?
I'm driving to work.
All right, what do you do for work?
I work at a school.
Oh, wow. That's an early start for a school.
Yeah, so I replace all the teachers that call in sick.
Ah, okay.
A relief teacher.
No, I get the release in, so yeah, I need to be there.
I see. So you're saying, okay,
Yeah.
Mrs. Jones, she's
Yep.
sick, then you're bringing this person in. Yada,
Interesting.
Yada.
I didn't know that was a job.
There
but yeah,
you
it
go.
makes sense.
All right, well, let's see if we can win you the 610 quiz. You're already getting a few tickets to Elvis just for coming along, and the winner will get their popcorn and drinks paid for. So Woolies has said we'll have to wait until late July to get fresh lettuce, zucchinis, and bok choy. What is Woolworth's tagline?
Oh, no. Fresh food people?
Yeah. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. There's a high roller poker tournament in Adelaide at the moment. What's it called in poker when you have 5 cards of the same suit?
A straight?
Oh, sorry, Vanita, it's not. But you are heading along to go see the new Elvis movie at Wallace Cinemas, so thank you very much.
Corinne, in Flinders Park, you know what it's called when you got 5 cards that are the same?
Full House?
No,
unfortunately not. You will not be invited to our poker nights.
But you are going along to Wallace Cinemas to see the new Elvis movie. Thank you very much.
Nicole, do you know?
A Flash?
Yeah, you got it. Apple has invented a feature to remove all catches online. Can you please prove that you're not a robot?
I'm not a robot.
That's what a robot would say, but I suppose we'll just have to take your word for it. Okay, Christian Bale has admitted he didn't know what the MCU was when he starred in the upcoming Thor film. What villain did Heath Ledger play when Christian Bale was in Batman?
The Joker.
Robbie Williams is the act that the AFL want to play at the grand final this year. Can you finish these classic Robbie lyrics?
Yeah.
protection.
A lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong.
All right, Nicole, you get to choose the next song we play this morning. Would you like to hear my song?
Or would you like to see what the Pussycat Dolls have on offer? Either way, the booty's going to be moving this morning, Nicole, so it's really up to you.
I know he's been wanting his Jai-Ho, so let's do it. $1 Million Baby Pussycat Dolls.
Oh,
yes!
wow.
Thanks,
Okay.
Nicole, picking my song. We'll send you along to the Elvis movie and pay for your popcorn.
That's okay. Thanks, guys.
You're on Nova.
Liam Pod Men Cast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
Ben, you're familiar with backseat drivers.
Yep.
The worst. I have been with my fiancée Sarah for almost like 5 years, and sometimes she goes, "Oh, wouldn't have gone out there," or like,
When driving.
When driving.
Yeah.
And I'm just sort of, if you check the history books, I mean, just purely off fines alone.
Yep.
Red light cameras, the occasional speed, the prang.
Yep.
All her. On paper, better driver.
Yeah, same. My wife Sam can be a bit of a backseat driver at times, and then I always remind her that I never had a car crash.
Mm-hmm.
Her has had a car crash.
Yeah, well, she didn't. To be fair, she just crashed into our garage. She went into it too quick.
Yep.
So, but still, technically, I've a squeaky clean record. But I think.
Didn't you crash into the roller door the other day?
Yeah, I wouldn't count that.
Why wouldn't you count that?
That was just a lapse of concentration where I happened to not open the roller door before reversing out. But on the roads, pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good. And look, I think mine goes one deeper than this because Sarah, she's actually a backseat dog walker. Like she's a shocker for it. So when we're taking our little brown cavoodle Toby for a walk, she can't handle it. Like if I've got the lead, like there's a lot of order. It's like, give it more slack. Oh, extend the lead. Like, don't know. What are you doing? Like, don't keep it on the path. Like, just give it here.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to just give it here.
Yeah.
Until it comes to picking up the turds. I'm trusted to do that. In fact, I'm actually encouraged to do that. Yeah, she fully trusts me to do that. Don't you worry about that.
You know what? Speaking about backseat, like other things, I reckon my wife Sam, now that I think about it, is a real backseat toothbrusher. Does that make sense?
Oh, so you know, if you're doing it at that's always I always try and start brushing my teeth earlier because if we do it at the same time, I get what you mean. Like when you spit out in the sink, they're looking at you going, you've got another 2 minutes, get back in there.
100%. If I spit out first, you go, was that 2 minutes? And I go, yeah, it buzzed. The timer went off. She goes, I didn't hear it. I go, it did. It definitely went off.
I'm loose around the 2 minutes.
Yeah.
In fact, but the thing is, where our downfall is, I've always just used a standard toothbrush.
Yep.
And she convinced me to get an electric toothbrush at the start of the year.
Yep.
It's got a little timer.
That's how they get you.
So if you spit it out and you go, no, that was 37 seconds.
Yeah.
You've basically just swished around some toothpaste in your mouth. You get back in there.
Yes, what a funny story.
It's work experience week for a few of the youngins around the country. And, normally it's like year 10, sort of near the holidays.
Yep.
You go and do something. Normally, we sort of get some people flinging through the radio station.
Yep. Normally, it's like kids that don't actually care about radio. It's just kids whose parents work here.
Yeah, and they're kind of like, well, I had to do something.
Yep.
But that is, to be honest, like, do you really care about much in year 10?
Not really.
You just sort of care about, hanging out, doing your thing.
In year 10, you don't know what you actually want to do.
Yeah.
You've got no idea.
Well, I left it really to the last minute. They keep going, like, you got something booked in for work experience? Yeah. A few irons in the fire.
Yeah.
I haven't looked into it at all.
Yeah.
And then it got to like the day before and they were like, well, what are you doing? And I said, I forgot to organise something. So then I just hung out with the PE teacher for a week.
I find it so funny that you did work experience at your own school.
Yeah,
you were such a suck up.
No.
That you did work experience with the teachers.
Was it because I was a suck up or was it because I was lazy?
I think it's because you're a suck up.
Yeah, maybe I'm trying to act like I'm cool, but I really wanted to, get into the staff room for a day and be like, oh, what do we think about this student?
I had a wild work experience. So my dad was friends with the local vet. And so I said, I'm going to go do it at the veterinarian surgery. And then I did 1 day at the vet surgery and I had to do a Macca's run. That was the only work that I did. And then the other 4 days of the week, I stayed at home and helped Dad. And then they all just signed my forms and said, yeah, you did a great job.
What's that thing as well? It's like work experience, but like really, what is a kid in year 10
You're
going
not
to do
giving the kid
like,
any actual jobs.
Hey, mate, we're going to zip to Macca's. This dog's open at the moment. Can you just use that scalpel? You just finish that operation for us, mate. Oh, what do you mean? I'm a child. I can't. No.
No cheese on the Big Mac, please. Jordan, what did you do for work experience?
I left it to the last minute as well and ended up doing it at the Jeps Cross go-kart track.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. That place is awesome. Obviously, you got the laser skirmish in there as well. You got Hungry Jacks across the road at the time.
Did they let you fang around in the carts?
Yeah, every day after I finished, after they'd close, I'd drive the track backwards and, I had good times.
That's awesome.
So what did you actually have to do? Like, what was the work experience? Were you just sort of like...
just push people if they crashed into the wall, clean the laser skirmish place, I don't know, just refuel, pump the tyres up. And that's about it, really.
Jordan, what do you do these days with yourself?
Knock down houses, demolition.
Okay.
Sweet. So you've had a fast
life.
You know, you're crashing into things here and there.
That's what I'm jealous of. Like, I wish that in school I was thinking about, like, where's somewhere fun that I could do.
Imagine if, someone's, like, at their dad's accounting firm or something.
It would happen.
And then, someone else in your class is just running around doing a laser skirmish. Game over, man. Game over.
Lockie, where did you do work experience?
I did work experience at King's Mechanical. It's down near Mulberry area.
Yeah.
I did automotive mechanics.
Yeah.
In a week, they had to be able to train you to be able to service your own car. So
that's a good life skill.
I like
by Wednesday of that week, I was servicing my own car, and every car that's come in, I was like a little apprentice.
Yeah,
that's a good one, Lockie.
Did you get into that sort of world now that you've grown up?
Are you a mechanic?
I always wanted to be a mechanic when I was younger, so that's due to like why I went and did that. But at the moment, I actually became a scaffolder.
There you go. All right. Well,
bit of a pivot.
But hey, that world is always open. That door is always there.
And you can always service your own car, which is a great skill to have.
Yeah, might actually have to get you around to look under my bonnet because I've got no idea what's going on. Julia joins us now. What did you do for work experience?
Hey, boys.
G'day.
I actually went to a music store.
Oh, that's all right.
Cool.
Like Sanity?
No, it was like a small business, and it was like instruments and books and stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Is that something that you were interested in, or?
I was very musical at school, but I knew the guy who owned the store, and so it was a bit of a last minute job.
Okay, sure.
But yeah, I had to like polish instruments and do stock take and get coffee and kind of
polishing the instruments seems like a job that doesn't need to actually be done, but you'd make the work experience kid do it.
I don't think people who actually work at a music store full time are like, oh, it's 4 o'clock. I better polish the instruments before I go home. Luke, what did you do for work experience?
Morning, boys. So, a mate of mine's old man was pretty high up in the RAF, so I did a week at the Edinburgh RAF base.
You're kidding.
Oh, that's cool.
You got to Top Gun it and just go to the Air Force RAF base.
Yeah, so most of the time I just had to sort of shadow him and walk around with him, but one day he got me into the flight simulator.
No.
Where I crashed the plane in about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Spent a morning up in the traffic control, so got to see a few planes land and take off.
That's cool.
And then, one of the days was, just in one of the hangars watching the guys work on the aircraft.
That is so cool. Definitely you'd be the talk of the class. I also feel like in the US military, they probably wouldn't allow just a kid to be walking around these sort of high security sort of places. But in Australia, maybe it's more lax. Like, mate, you hang around in the hangar, whatever.
I like that one, Luke. Thank you very much. Jack, what did you do for work experience?
Good morning, lads. How are you?
Very good.
Good. I did my work experience in year 10 at a local radio station.
Oh, right. Oh, as in, was it this radio station?
Which one was it?
No, it was not, no.
Which one?
A massive community radio station in the hills called 5MU.
Okay.
What's the country radio station?
What was the name of it?
5MU Radio, Mowbridge.
5MU Mowbridge.
I feel bad for not knowing it.
Yeah, right. So did you get to go on air?
Well, no, I didn't get to go on air, but I spent the first 3 days doing filing, and it was an absolute drag.
Yeah.
And then a local iconic radio host that you guys probably know, Jackie J, pulled me in on his afternoon shift for the last 2 days. So,
that's all right. I remember, Jack, we had a work experience kid years ago, and they sort of sit in the studio and see how it all goes. Mm-hmm. We're in the middle of a break, and she just opened up a packet of CCs, like literally opened up a packet of chips and started like rustling around in the bag and eating these really noisy chips, like she was just. It would even be annoying at a cinema, let alone like in a radio studio when there's like live microphones, and we were like eyeballing her, like, "What are you doing?"
It's Ben and Liam.
G'day, good morning Adelaide. I got some bad news. If you're hankering for some zucchinis, I'm looking at you, Liam. Lettuce, bok choy and leafy mixes are all due mid to late July.
Oh, damn.
So there's going to be none in the shops for quite a while.
Now, I know you were joking about that because, I don't eat a lot of vegetables, but I eat more zucchini than you'd think because of my famous zucchini bake. Have you ever tried some of that before?
I would hate your zucchini bake.
No, it's really nice.
Has it got cheese in it?
Yes, but I could try and make it without cheese. I know you don't like things with cheese in it normally.
You know what? A little bit of a community here. I grow zucchinis, not anymore, it's not the season, but if I was growing some more, I could have brought them over for you zucchini bake.
You give me the zook.
Yeah.
I'll bake them. I'll send them right on back.
All right, sounds good.
We should do a Ben and Liam bake sale.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen. I don't even know why I
What a
brought that
horrible
up.
idea.
Yeah.
Here's another bit of curry.
Ben, did you notice your lights flickering this morning?
I didn't, Liam.
I did. Like, I woke up and I turned over to Sarah. I was like, the light's flickering. Because it was just on the bedside table. And I was like, Vecna's going to kill you. And I thought she was just sort of, maybe her vision was a bit blurred or whatever. And then I noticed it and I was like, the Stranger Things upside down goblin's going to murder me too. And then I went into the bathroom, things still happening. And I was thinking, okay, obviously there's a problem with the power. Going to have to, get a sparky or something.
Yeah.
Driving to work, all the street signs are doing it as well. Like all the, the street lights.
Maybe it's surging? I don't know. There has been a lot of talk about the power at the moment, but I did not notice it.
It's either that or I've got something seriously wrong with my vision. Producer Belle, did you see anything this morning?
Hey, yeah, it happened to me as well. When I was getting ready in the bathroom.
This is good.
Yeah, and I'm in Mount Barker, so it's happening in the hills.
And did you notice it like on the freeway coming into the city?
Yes. So yeah, when I was driving, they were flickering as well. Yeah, and then I thought maybe one of my front headlights was going out because it was doing that flicker strobe thing. I'm like, oh, shivers, but no.
Well, that's already proof that it happened.
Yeah, look, you're certainly not alone though, because George in Carlton Park has also called through. Good morning, George. Your lights are flickering this morning.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen. Liam, you're not crazy.
Good.
You never walk alone, I'm telling you, because that's exactly what's happened this morning.
Good to
Bathroom.
hear from a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, well done, big man. Yeah, exactly right.
All right, George, thank you very much. Lisa in Fulham Gardens, your lights were flickering a couple of days ago?
Yeah, a couple of days ago we had flickering lights. Half the house was on, half was off. And my mum's power was flickering this morning, so you're definitely not crazy.
Okay. All right, good. This is good. Well, we've got to ask ourselves, is Ben just the blind one? I mean, you only had your laser eye surgery last week.
I did have lasers shot into my eyes, so they are still a bit sensitive to light, so maybe that's why I didn't notice it.
Light is constantly flashing for you at the moment.
Look, I think producer Andy has done some running around in the last 20 minutes or so. Have you spoken to somebody that would know what's going on, Andy?
Yes, you're not crazy is the good news. So I spoke to Electronet, who it's not SA Power Networks, because I called them first. And that guy at SA Power Networks every time his phone goes off at 6 a.m, must go, what's happened now? But it's not them. Apparently it's the people that, the infrastructure, the grid.
Okay.
So up north, where the big grid is, they had a connection issue, which caused all the power to surge down to the city. So we had too much volts coming into all the power in Adelaide. And so it was causing lights to flicker. Now, it's mainly radio people and...
Now the lights are flickering in here! Look out!
It's mainly radio people and gym junkies and shift workers because it was early risers. Started about 1:30.
Yeah.
Cleared up about 5:45 this morning.
Okay.
All right. So all you lazy buggers wouldn't have seen it if you're just waking up now.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
Yesterday, Ben, we were talking about airport security and Casey called through. She didn't end up getting on, but we wanted to get her on this morning to share a story. It's a little bit brutal. G'day, Casey. How you doing?
Good morning, boys. How are you?
Very good. Can you please share the story that you tried to share yesterday?
Sure. So about
20-odd years ago, my husband and I were travelling to Bali for the first time, and not sure if anyone here has been travelled there back then, but they had security pretty hardcore with the machine guns and stuff. Anyways, our bags were going through the security, and needless to say, he's got pulled up, and it was pretty brutal. He was kind of just trying to pretend like it wasn't his bag. Anyway, finally, I said, is this anyone's bag? He had to go up, and the ring was in the bag, and he was planning to propose. I had no idea, absolutely no idea. And, yeah, so I had to pull it out, and there it happened.
Oh, and then it ruined the proposal because then the surprise is ruined. So what? How come they pulled the ring out? Was it because it was sent off the metal detector, or what was going on?
There was something was in there that was beeping, when it goes through the scanner, and
Oh, man.
History.
That's such
I
a
hate
shame.
that. Especially it's planned to a T. You'd be sweating having the ring, burning a hole in your pocket the whole time as well.
Casey, I've got to know, how did he then do it? Did he just do it then and there because you already knew? Did you pretend like you didn't know? What happened?
Drop down on one knee, mate.
Then and there, in the airport. Wow.
Which would have really put you at eye level for the machine guns as well. So I'd imagine, they
would have set fire.
There's a lot of emotions running there for sure.
Good on you though for going with the flow and him for being able to pivot with his plan.
And that's still like
it's a good story.
It's a story, and I'm assuming the wedding went a lot better, right?
Oh yeah, there was no machine gun.
Okay, good. And you're still together?
Absolutely.
Oh, great.
Wonderful. Well, it's a happy end. That's the main thing. I mean, the proposal doesn't really sort of matter, I suppose, all that much in the scheme of things. But I feel for that guy. I mean, Ben, you and I both proposed. I had the ring when I was proposing to Sarah last year. I had it in my work bag for like a week because I was like, I was paranoid that she'd find it at home. But then I was also like, what if someone checks my work bag at work? But then I'm also like, why would that never happen?
Do that? Yeah, it's pretty stressful when you've got the ring. And, you know what, so many things could go wrong. I'd love to get your story this morning if you have one to share. 13 24 10. What ruined the proposal?
You had it all planned to a T, and then something happened and it all went to Trisha. What happened?
Hi. My husband proposed to me at the top of a mountain, which took a big climb. We had friends and my dad with me, and we had the backpack full of things that I didn't know we had. And he pulled out his coat because it was cold at the top of the mountain, and my ring fell out. The ring fell out in front of me.
Oh, he got so close to nailing it, and then the ring fell out of the bag.
You know what, though? at least you're on the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Looks like a pretty good spot for the surprise to happen. And then did they get down on one knee, and it was just like, boom, it's on?
They did. It took me about 5 minutes to realise what was going on still, though.
Oh, so you didn't know that they were proposing then and there when the ring fell out?
Nope.
Wow. And he's still together?
Yes, still
Great.
together.
Very good.
Love to hear it. I like how we're really rolling the dice every time we check that with one of the callers. Tara, what ruined the proposal?
Happy hour at the bar.
Why? What happened?
We were sitting by the pool at the resort, and I heard that happy hour had been called, so I jumped up to go to the bar and didn't realise that my husband had got down on one knee behind me to propose.
Oh, my God. So you didn't even notice him?
No.
Yeah.
I turned and told him to hurry up and realised he was down on one knee.
Oh, so you were like already off to the bar, turned around, and he was down on one knee?
Yeah.
What a time, though, like for him going, this is the moment we're here.
Yeah.
It's all come down to this. The ring's been in my pocket all day. We've flown overseas, gets on one knee, and then just hears that bell ringing.
And Tara, still together?
Yes.
Very good. It's 3 for 3 this morning.
Good odds. A lot of lovers listening to Nova. Got a text here to 0400 919 919 from Katie. She said, I was at a restaurant with my family and my brother got down on one knee to propose to his partner as she hadn't seen yet, and I just blurted out, oh my God, he's proposing, and ruined it.
Oh.
Come on, Katie.
Nicole, this was your friend. What ruined the proposal?
Good morning, Ben and Liam. So my friend's partner was a comedian, and he saw on Facebook this, and he got down on one knee in front of all of his friends and opened a ring box with a tea bag and asked her to make him a cup of tea.
Oh, yeah. Good,
and then she slapped him and turned around, and then he actually pulled the ring out and proposed to her, and she walked away.
Oh, so she didn't say yes?
I don't know.
Not
hey, look. We make gags for a living.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's probably one of those rare moments where you go, like, you know how someone, you know, if someone passes you their phone to take a photo and you pretend to drop it, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But if you were handed your newborn son and you went, whoa, and pretended to, like, not funny, just enjoy that moment. You know what I mean?
So did they end up breaking up from there, Nicole, or did they end up getting together?
No, they did get together. It was a few days later. She calmed down and he proposed again, and she said yes.
Wow.
Just cute. Like, how awkward would that 2 weeks be? Because surely he's just going like,
yeah, I stuffed that.
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Liab Pod Men Cast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
What's trending? Trending all over the internet. Twitter.
Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Hey guys, well, you know when you're on the internet and you get that question that says, hey, prove you're not a robot, and you've got to either click, you know, every traffic light you can see, or
God, it's the worst.
Yeah, or write the little code out. Well, now they're actually getting rid of them. Apple has started working on a software that will then automatically, through your computer or phone, just tell the website this person is a human and not a robot.
So the robots are telling the other robots that the humans are not robots.
Correct.
Wow.
Feels like they're taking power, doesn't it? The struggle is so real when, like, the wheel or a street sign's kind of bleeding over into that second grid. And then, like, after you fail twice, you're like, am I a robot? I don't know. Like, am I a robot or an idiot? Because I can't work this out.
I had a real tough one once where it said click on all the cars, but there was a motorbike.
Well, that's...
and I didn't know whether...
Where do you stand with that?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to ask yourself, what would a robot do? That is a tricky one for sure.
And the AFL has revealed that they're in talks to have the grand final halftime show performed by Robbie Williams.
I'm a big Robbie guy. Let me tell you, the Live at Nebworth DVD got an absolute belting in my household.
Who was watching it more, you or your mum?
Well, Mum used to get, every time Mum was drunk, she would put it on, and then I could sometimes hear it from my bedroom. But then I was, like, definitely watching it on the weekends and stuff as well. I could pretty much, like, if you can test me at any point and just say, like, what's the set list, and I reckon I could go boom, boom, boom.
I won't be doing that.
Okay. I'd love to be in that little weird corporate mosh pit that they have at AFL Grand Finals to make it look like a real concert. You know, there's like maybe 80 people gathered around the stage pretending like they're enjoying themselves.
And finally, Christian Bale is causing chaos for the nerds of the world ahead of him starring in the new Marvel film.
The only ones who gods care about is themselves. So this is my vow. All gods will die.
He looks amazing in this movie.
He does look scary,
and
doesn't
it's
he?
so cool. So in the Marvel universe, he plays like this god butcher. So like he literally, his whole mission in life is to kill gods. And so he goes around just doing that. And then obviously he has a run-in with Thor.
Yeah, cool. So I was hoping that you guys might be able to answer some questions that I have about this, because I don't get it. But so he's one of the only actors, as we know, he played Batman.
Yep.
And so he's done a crossover from one superhero universe to the other. And then Marvel fans have been really upset about that and said, well, hey, like, you know, you can't just cross over, and how does it feel? Now, we know that Christian Bale has a little bit of a temper.
I'm gonna kick your You know, shut up for a second, all right? Do you want me to trash him? Then why are you trashing my scene? I'm not trying to trash. You do it one more time, and I ain't walking on this set if you're still hired.
If you never heard that before, that's real audio from a movie set.
Teeing off
at a lighting guy because he keeps getting the light in the wrong spot in the shot, and then Christian absolutely loses it. Did you hear the people in the back of the Christian,
please. This man has a family.
Well, no surprises then. His response to all the nerds freaking out was literally, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, so in the movie he's the god butcher, but in real life he's the producer butcher.
Peace up, Podtown.
It's time to tick off the bucket list. Start planning your trip at whatif.com and make up for missed holidays. What if it's Aussie for travel? Register via the Nova Player app. If you have, then we could be calling you. We are literally jetting off tomorrow, so we're reaching the pointy end and we still have a few more seats to fill on flight 919. We're going with a whole stack of you, and it's going to be a trip to remember.
I'm super excited for tomorrow. One, because we're getting the flight to Bali, but two, because someone tomorrow is finding out that they're winning the day they're leaving,
which is super stressful.
Yeah,
it's good for us radio-wise. It's stressful for them life-wise.
Yeah.
But
right now, we're just going to call someone and give them the good news. It could be you.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Hello, Victoria speaking.
Hello, Victoria. It's just Ben and Liam here from Nova.
Hello. How are you?
What are you up to at the moment? I can hear a bit of noise in the background.
I'm actually a school teacher. I'm in class.
Oh, geez. Well, obviously, to be a school teacher, you probably have like a clean criminal history, right?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so you'd be able to get into, say, Indonesia on the weekend?
Oh, maybe. I think so.
Well, guess what? Tori, you're going to Bali.
Yeah. Now, this is really funny because, yeah, I know, you're at school.
And, like, normally we look for a big reaction, a scream, you know, in a dream world, some tears. But it seems like maybe there's parents around and there's kids and you're trying to...
They're all listening to me. I just want a trip to go to Bali. That's why I'm on the phone. Yeah, seriously. They're all laughing at me.
What year level are they?
They're 5-6 class.
Okay.
So they sort of know. They understand that Bali's pretty sick.
Yeah.
There.
Some of them probably been to
like
Kuta.
Bali? Oh, they just said no. They don't really understand yet. They're not all the time.
Yeah, well, that's because they're not coming to Bali.
Yeah, I know. They're probably a bit jelly. Now, we saw on your application you're bringing your bestie, Grace. Have you girls been over there before together?
No, we haven't been together. We have been separately, though, but I have already told her that she's the one who's coming, which is very excited.
Okay, good. And look, we're going to Mexicola on one of the nights, which is kind of like dinner, but then also party vibes. You keen to party?
Yeah. Yes, I am. I've been to Motel Mexicola when I went with my friends. It was amazing.
Amazing. Well, make sure you enjoy your night. Don't act like Jordan DeGoey because we don't want you losing your job as well.
I also find it funny talking to a teacher for year 5s and 6s talking about partying. Like,
yeah. Well, hey, you can teach kids, but you can still party. Well, make sure you get your bags packed and
thank you so much.
Dust off that passport. And we'll see you at the airport on Friday.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
No worries. See ya.
Bye.
And that's the end of the Ben and Liam podcast. At the start, Ben, I was talking about maybe overthrowing the current podcast intro for a bit of a rebranded one, a newer one. It's short, it's punchy. It was inspired by this TikTok that's gone viral.
Binley Mega Chippy, Binley Mega Chippy, Binley Mega Chippy, Binley Mega Chippy.
Amazing TikTok.
Yeah. It's a chip shop in Coventry, which is actually where my dad grew up. Which is it's gone viral, and there's like it got to that point where like there was like hordes of people gathering around the chippy over in the UK, and there was like Nissan GTs like doing burnouts and people juggling. And
is the intro? Can I have a guess at what it'll be?
What?
Is it the Ben and Liam podcast?
Nobody points for trying.
Podcast.
Yeah. But have a listen to this.
Ben and Liam podcast. Ben and Liam podcast. Ben and Liam podcast. Ben and Liam podcast.
What was that last bit?
Ben and Liam podcast.
What was the last bit?
We'll just set in a different tempo.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Oh, I think it's all right. Like,
what?
As a once-off. Maybe tomorrow's podcast can have it.
A once-off?
I think that'll get annoying after a while.
Stick in people's heads.
I think it's already out. It's like burnt out. That meme's done now.
Is that okay? Well, look.
One, maybe the next couple can have it.
Get in touch with your thoughts.
On the Alpha Squad, perhaps?
Yes, the secret Facebook page that we have. I'm so sorry. That's actually my computer. That rarely happens.
I think it's okay. I don't hate that.
Yeah,
I just think I think after a couple of times, people will be like, "Yeah, I get the joke now."
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, why don't you just kick me right in the face next time?
I'm just being honest with you.
I thought you'd be more into it.
I'm just being honest.
Nah, fine. Whatever.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Sorry?
You can bleep it.
Oh.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.